Of the 2D sprites of Street Fighter to the 3D models of Tekken 7. Fighting games have evolved into some of the most intricate video games in the industry. The new fighting games of today have so many systems and mechanics in place and operate at such high skill ceilings that they often scare off any newcomers that would be open to learning the genre. Now, what I want to do is to give people the gap in between knowing the mechanics and just starting out. I want to give people a fun and creative way to look at fighting games and learn them. Really learn what's happening on screen and not just press buttons or learn basic combos. Really understand the intricacies of being in the mind of your opponent and learning what you should do in certain situations. What I want to do is give people a particular start point, a guaranteed point where they can really learn the basics of fighting games and build on those basics to learn the intricate mechanics that we know today that people who've been playing for 10 years took 10 years to learn. I want to teach people that in a fun and creative way, not just by looking at tutorial videos over and over and over again. What I want to do is present them with something fun and innovative that they can take and master this craft themselves. Now, I know you're asking, how do I present this in a fun or creative way? What other way besides looking at a tutorial video or practicing for hours and hours and hours in some training room or some training stage will people be able to practically learn fighting games? And my answer is to take the intricate levels of fighting games, strip them layer by layer, and put them into a beat 'em up style game where the player will go through level by level learning each mechanic as it builds on top of one another. Our player will be fighting wave after wave of enemies, each of which will require the player to perform specific mechanics, such as playing footsies or grappling them or air dashing, overheads, mix ups. And each one of these enemies will perform these exact same mechanics on the player so that they learn to look at them and properly block them. As our player progresses through the levels, they will perform these mechanics at a higher and more difficult rate until they are all layered together into one normalized versus match of a boss fight. The boss will have the similar health to the player and will require you to use all the mechanics you've learned up until this point in this match so that you can properly perform at a high level of fighting games. The focus of this game is a 2D side scrolling beat 'em up that's going to teach the player layer by layer how to play proper fighting games. By doing this, I'm going to allow players to have a casual understanding and slowly build up their knowledge as to how I should be playing this game. The biggest drawback for us on this project is that we're a small team with very little experience, and fighting games are often viewed as something that initially will sell well but never sell well over time. But this is a very specific video game that can sell well forever, no matter what happens, no matter if fighting games are relevant right now or not. It can always bring people in by allowing them to learn the genre and learn how to play fighting games.